Ground ball right back to Jack. He bobbles the ball. Flips it over to first and still gets Alex Harden.
Jack.
Crotch, get out, ball later! 2.
And he might have just missed it! Caught and run from Jordan Wright! And that's a shot! Zach Hall, what a play!
Oh, a moonshot. Oh, he rolled it! What a catch! What a catch!
Bears coming home. And he hits it! What a play! What a play! The double play from Jerry Langston! And that ball is out of here! Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver! He's amazing at all. I don't know if I like it. Oh! Down! He got him! Oh my God! He brought the play before he was there.
Catch! Aubrey switched the first. Flare it up.
What a play from Peter McNeil!
In play, that's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver!
And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60.
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's gonna be out. Jordan Rice takes out Trey Cluxton right. Ground ball right back to Jack. He bobbles the ball. Flips it over to first and still gets Alex Harden.
Jack.
Crotch, get out, ball later! 2.
And he might have just missed it! Caught and run from Jordan Wright! And that's a shot! Zach Hall, what a play! He's amazing at all. I don't know if I like it. Oh, down! He got him. Oh my God! He crossed the plate before he was there.
Cat Aubrey switched the first. Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil! In play, that's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver! And that is destroyed! Tie game! 60. That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
Justice already took advantage of that. What a play over at third.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's going to be out. Jordan Rice takes out Trey Cluxton right. Ground ball right back to Jack. He bobbles the ball.
Nice.
Flips it over to first and still gets Alex Harden.
Jack.
Cross, get out ball later! 2.
And he might have just missed it. Caught and run from Jordan Rice. And that's a shot. Zach Hall, what a play!
Oh, moonshot. Oh, he robbed it! What a catch! What a catch!
Barrett's coming home. And he hits it. What a play! What a play! The double play from Jerry Langston. And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run, Jake Oliver. He's amazing at all. I don't know if I like it. Oh, down! He got him. Oh my God! He crossed the plate before he was there.
Cat Aubrey switched the first. Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil! In play, that's a fair ball to Jake. What a play from Jake Oliver!
And that is destroyed! Tie game!
That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
To that. What a play over at
fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! That's in play down the third baseline. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
To that. What a play over at third.
That's in play, and he might have just missed it. Caught and run from Jordan Rice.
Cross, get out ball later!
And that ball is out of here. Walk-off home run. Oh, not for the out. His Bears coming home. And he hits it. And that's a shot. Zach Conway.
He's heading home. Oh, he's out. He's out. Flipped over the first.
I don't know if I like it.
He flips the first. Oh, and moonshot. Oh, he rolled it. Flared up. What a play for Peter McNeil.
Thanks so much, Mark. Hey everyone, happy opening day. I'm here with Southern Stingers pitcher Jordan Rice. Jordan, I understand that the Stingers are the AWA 2022 World Series champions. How do we expect the legacy to continue in the 2023 season?
We're here to just looking to repeat what we did last year, nothing less. We're here for greatness. We're here to win rings. That's about it. Here to take care of business.
Now, I do understand we have a few key players missing in the lineup tonight with Peter McNeil out and Drew Tenzar out. How are you going to adjust the game script to account for those absences?
Well, missing both those guys is going to be huge. Barrett's going to have to step it up on the mound today. We got Houston out here guest playing for us. He's going to be a great addition while people are gone. And I think we're just going to have to capitalize and see and learn what our guys can do from there.
And I'm not sure if it's clear for viewers online today, but it's a pretty typical Seattle rainy day, and it's been raining for about 3 days straight here. So how do you think the field conditions are going to come into play?
I think it's going to be a little slippery out there. I don't think the ball will travel as well. I think it could benefit us. 75% of our games last year were in the rain, so I think we're ready for it, and we'll see if they are.
Awesome, Jordan. Thanks so much. Looking forward to seeing more. Back to you, Mark. Thank you.
behind home plate. But as you can see now, we have a huge, huge productions table back here.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay, we just need to start because I don't know what's going on. Okay.
And players are just getting warmed up here. Cole Blevins over there at first base. Houston Schmutz in his AWA debut for the Southern Stingers. Jordan Rice on the mound, and Barrett Carlo over there at third base. Jordan Rice had a great season last year for the Southern Stingers. Was generally their #2 pitcher, their ace, Peter McNeil, and team captain. He's out for today's game. And first pitch here is about to start. Jace Pratt be up for the Western Wolfpack in his debut. First pitch from Jordan Rice is low for ball 1. And that is strike 2 right there. Jace Pratt. Strike 1 and 2. Now the count to Jace Pratt. 1 and 2 here in the top of the first. Nobody on is strike 3. Hits the zone right there. Jace Pratt down on strikes, and there's now 1 away here in the top of the first. Jordan Rice strikes out Jace Pratt to start 2023 for the AWA. And now up to the plate is #7 team captain Alex Harden for the Western Wolfpack.
Oh, is that my hand? Okay.
Hits his hand for ball 1. Nicks the zone. Strike 1, 1-1. His side for ball 2. 2-1 here to Alex Harden. And Tom, you know, Alex Harden, he had a great season last year and was a front runner for the MVP for a majority of the season. Oh, that's ripped off Cole's hand over at first base, and Alex Harden. He now has the first hit of 2023 in the AWA. It belongs to Alex Harden. He's on with a single here in the top of the first. Runner on for Thomas Blayhouse. Ooh, looks at a first pitch outside for ball 1. 1-0.
He's going to be really careful with this kid. It's a big kid.
Big guy. Thomas Blayhouse, strike 1 right there. 2 balls, 1 strike.
It's mainly a PO, so we'll see what happens here.
Yeah. He's been pitching well this year for his team, Everett Community College.
That's down.
Ball 3, 3 balls and 1 strike. Thomas Blayhouse. Ground ball right back to Jordan Rice. He flips to Cole Blevins at first and gets Thomas Blayhouse for the second out. 2 away and a runner on second now for Chad Curtis in his first ever AWA at bat. The Western Wolfpack sporting a different team this season. The only 2 returning players for the Wolfpack are Alex Harden and Thomas Blayhouse here today.
I remember watching Chad play at Pacific Little League, the most dangerous hitter in all of Pacific Little League. Didn't want to park your car on the rail there in the outfield with him up.
Just hitting too many home runs.
Oh my gosh, how many windows did he break?
Yeah. Over, under, are we doing like 10 windows? Chad Curtis? Jeez. We need to work on getting some replay highlights from Chad Curtis's Little League highlights.
I think they changed the drop 7 bats after Chad went through there.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. 1-1 count here to Chad Curtis. That's outside for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike. Knuckleball misses high and inside, and 3-1. And I think Jordan Rice heard you out there because it seems he's staying away from Chad Curtis here in this at-bat. Pitch from Jordan hits the top of the zone. Swing and a miss from Chad Curtis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. Swing and a miss, and down goes Chad Curtis. Jordan Rice.
Pitches out of a jam there.
2 strikeouts in the top of the first. Nobody scores, and we go to the bottom of the first. Score still 0-0.
Looks like Jordan just left off from last year, just Cy Young category, Cy Young
Stepping up to the plate for the Southern Stingers.
Good.
We're good to start. First pitch from Alex Harden is in there for strike 1.
just going to fill the zone up.
And that's the first pitch. 2023 for Alex Harden. Strike. No surprise there. Low for ball 1. 1-1. It's the zone, strike 2, and Alex is pounding the zone to start it off. 1-2 going right after Jordan Rice. Dangerous hitter, Jordan Rice. Streaky hitter. And that's strike
Jesus.
3. Alex Harden, his first strikeout of 2023. And there's now 1 away here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, you think early in the season the pitchers got a little advantage here. The guys look like they're a little rusty.
Oh, yeah.
With the bat.
Absolutely. It takes some time to get that timing down. And, you know, for these hitters, it's probably going to take them a couple of games. There's strike 1 to Barrett Carlo, 1-1.
We got this real heavy marine air, so you're going to have to really hit it hard to get it out today.
You are. Popped up into the air. It's playable. Chad Curtis is underneath it, and he can't make the grab. Barrett Carlo. Reach right there. We'll see how the productions table scores it, but I would imagine we're probably going to credit Chad Curtis with an error over there at third.
Yeah, we got
Fouled off by Cole Blevins.
2 new players out in the outfield. If you're not used to the wiffle ball, there's quite a spin on it, so people are going to have to get used to it. Right back here, look out.
Hey, we might have a couple of good catches back here. You never know. And that's low. 1-2. The count now to Cole Blevins. Inside curveball. Alex has struggled in the past to get that curveball to curve, but when he does, it's a dangerous pitch for him. Strike 3 gets Cole Blevins, and that is his second strikeout. Alex Harden of the inning, 2 away.
Just dealing today.
Here in the bottom of the first inning. And now up to the plate is Houston Schmutz, AWA debut for the defending champions, Southern Stingers.
Quite a bit of turnover in the lineup here. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Alex spikes that one into the dirt. Ball 1, 1-0.
All right.
It's the zone, strike 1, 1-1. Again, runner on at first, Barrett Carlo. Outside, ball 2.
Those are looking pretty juicy from this angle, aren't they?
They do.
Ooh, just missed off the plate there.
From experience, I will say, Alex Harden is a tough pitcher to hit off. And that's ball 4. Houston Schmutz works a walk in his first at-bat. And the AWA and the Southern Stingers now have runners on first and second with 2 away. And that'll go back to the top of the order for the Southern Stingers. Jordan Rice, who again is a streaky hitter.
Maybe he can help
has a
himself
lot
out
of
here.
power.
Oh.
Popped up down the third base side, and
Oh,
Thomas
nice
Playhouse is there in foul territory, makes the grab for the 3rd out.
Nice grab in that camera well.
Yeah. over there down the first base side.
Let's see. That's a lot of.
We are still scoreless here
in the first game of the 2023 season in the AWA. 0-0 is the score here in the top of the second, and Jace Pratt, top of the order for the Western Wolfpack, lead it off here in the second. Popped up.
Out of play.
Out of play. Yep, that'll be ball or strike one. Strike one here to Jace Pratt. 0-1.
Ooh, just misses.
One ball and one strike here to Jace Pratt. Knuckleball, and that was gross. Gets Jace to chase right there. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Ooh.
Hits the zone, strike 3. Jordan Rice gets him looking.
Jordan looks to be in mid-season form already here.
He really does. He really does. 1 away for the Wolfpack. Here in the top of the second. Jordan's one of those guys that, you know, me particularly, I don't really like to face him because I don't know what he's going to throw me next. Strike 1 there to Alex Hard. Outside for ball 1. 1-1.
He's always around the zone, so you just gotta be up there ready to go.
Gotta be ready. Gotta be ready. In the dirt. Ball 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Alex Hard.
Ooh.
Outside, 2-2. And Alex Harden with an effective first inning of pitching. Couple of strikeouts for him. He's been the strikeout leader for multiple years in the AWA, and that is hits the zone. Strike 3.
That was 2.
Strike 2. Just kidding. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I was like, I'll take it.
2-2.
Got a new production table, so we're getting used to it. But that's strike 3. And Alex Harden down looking. Jordan Rice's second strikeout here in the top of the second inning. And now up steps Thomas Blayhouse.
Dangerous hitter. Rolled one over earlier. Let's see if he can run into something here.
We've seen some big games from Thomas in the AWA. Ground ball over to Houston Schmutz at second base. Throws the Cole, and it gets past him. Thomas Blayhouse will stay at first.
What's the score on that one?
You know, we'll give him a single. He was going to beat that out. Thomas Blayhouse reaches an infield single over there at first base.
Cooking.
Now up steps Chad Curtis, who fouls the first one back.
Usually takes hitters about 2 games to get really into it, but I think Chad's going to learn a little bit quicker.
Absolutely. Well, it's difficult too being a hitter coming from baseball and trying to translate it into wiffle ball. The ball just moves so much differently, and can definitely take a little bit for a hitter to really try to understand how that ball moves. 2-1 here to Chad Curtis. Swing and a miss.
54 miles an hour.
54
What's the
on the
limit this year? 60s?
59.
59. If you see a 6, it's not a no pitch, right?
Exactly.
Ooh, lays off
Did
that.
not go. Full count to Chad Curtis. Full count. Pitch on the way is low. And Chad Curtis gets on with a walk. Runners on first and second. 2 away. And Jace Pratt.
Big spot right here.
Back up to the plate. We're still looking for our first run of 2023 in the AWA. We're scoreless here in the top of the second.
Ooh. Just right on that. Timing's right.
Yeah.
Just underneath it. Ooh, and he's
it's really tough. It's really tough to go down 0-2.
Now you got a battle.
Yep.
Now you got a battle.
0-2 here to Pratt.
Ooh, he laid off it.
Good hold there. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, runners on first and second. 2 away here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss on the curveball. Jordan Rice gets out of a mini jam there, and we remain scoreless as we go to the bottom of the second.
They don't put a runner. Anyway.
Barrett Carlo up now for the Southern Stingers, leads it off. It's a ball 1. Oh, popped up into the air in foul territory. Chase, Chad Curtis coming on. He can't.
Good effort.
Get there.
I think last year that hits the tree branch. We trimmed that up a little bit, so there's going to be more balls in play and probably more outs. The ERA should go down too, I think.
Yes, I agree. And we had some arguments on that last year, so very happy that those trees got trimmed.
Yeah.
Did not go. Pitch on the way to Barrett Carlo, hits him in the back, and that is ball 4. Runner on first now. Nobody out here for Cole Blevins as he looks at ball 1. Outside for ball 2, 2-0. Cole been a very, very solid hitter for the Southern Stingers and a very key piece to their championship run last season. Peter McNeil is ecstatic to have Cole Blevins back again this season. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Blevins. 2-2 from Alex is high and gets Cole right there swinging at the high cheese. And there's now 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Houston Schmutz will come up to the plate. Strike 1. Right on the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Schmutz. Outside for ball 2. 2-1. And again, Houston Schmutz, very good baseball player. Another one of those guys trying to make the transition from baseball to wiffle ball. And for some, it's a quick transition, but for others, it can definitely take a few games, and we've seen that for multiple players. But I would imagine if I'm Houston Schmutz up there, I'm trying to just see a few pitches and just put something in play and try to help the team win.
Yeah, we've had some guys that played in college, really good high school players. It's taken them half a season. Pretty silly.
Yeah, absolutely. Both hitting and throwing the ball.
Yeah.
Can be difficult. 2-2, fouls that one back, and the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outside for ball 3, full count now to Houston Schmutz. And that's outside for ball 4. Great at bat there from Schmutz. Gets on, runners on first and second, 1 away now for Jordan Rice, who's pitched a gem so far in this game today, looking to help himself out here. 2 runners on.
Oh,
and that's a fair ball down the third baseline. Barrett Carlo rounding third, heading home. Jordan Rice will be in at second with an RBI double, and that is the first run of the 2023 season. It belongs to the Stingers, and they lead it 1-0 here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, that ball had eyes right down the third baseline. It was like right there.
It's the zone for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Barrett Carlo. Runners on second and third. Excellent job there from Jordan Rice, helping himself out and getting the Stingers a lead.
Wow, that was a daddy hack there.
Barrett Carlo swinging for the fences, and we love that. 2-2. Strike 3 gets him swinging there, and Alex Harden, that's a big out for him. He's got runners on second and third out there, and he's able to get the second out on Barrett Carlo.
Whoa, back here.
That first pitch is fouled back to Cole Blevins.
Inside.
1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch is low. 2-1 now to Cole Blevins.
Ooh.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Cole struck out in his last at bat. We're looking to get himself going here. 2-2. That's low. Full count. That's ball 4. That's ball 4. Cole Blevins will walk. Right there's a full count, and the bases are now loaded for the Southern Stingers. And back up to the plate steps Houston Schmutz, who walked in his last at-bat for the Stingers.
Big spot right here.
First pitch to Schmutz is high and outside for ball 1.
There we go.
Strike 1, right on the outside part of the zone. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ball 2. Stingers looking to increase their lead here. It's 1-0, bottom of the 2nd.
Ooh, big deck hack there.
Big hack from Houston Schmutz.
2-2. Inside. Balls.
Full count now to Schmutz. 3-2, full count. Bases loaded. 2 away here in the bottom of the 2nd. Stingers lead it 1-0. The runners will be going on the pitch, and the pitch on the way gets Houston Schmutz.
Bailout.
And Alex Harden able to get out of a bases-loaded jam in the bottom of the 2nd, but 1 run comes across on a Jordan Rice RBI double, and the Stingers lead it 1-0 as we go to the top of the 3rd here in the first game of the 2023 AWA season.
We're top of 3rd.
And make sure, if you are an AWA fan, make sure you go to playertrader.net/AWA. We have Fantasy Wiffle Ball this year. You can go and draft your favorite players in AWA Fantasy Wiffle Ball all season long, and you'll be able to win some prizes week to week by playing AWA Fantasy Wiffle Ball. Again, go to playertrader.net/AWA to play today. First pitch to Alex Harden here in the top of the 3rd is a ball, 1-0. He went there, 1 ball and 1 strike.
Kind of a bailout swing there. Inside, that's Jordan seems to be getting all his pitches going right now.
He does. He does. And it looks like it's coming in fast, but
yeah,
he's right there underneath the speed limit. Curveball, slow one, does not go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job there from Alex Harden.
Lays off that 43 mile an hour.
Oh, that one almost hits a fan over there on the first base side.
Wow, look at the cat-like reflexes down there.
Cat-like reflexes. Oh, ground ball over to Bear Cole at 3rd base. He throws to 1st, and it's not going to be in time to get Alex Harden. It is wet and slippery out there today on the field, and any ground ball out there today is going to be a tough play for anybody. Alex Harden will reach, and the Western Wolfpack have the tying run on at first for Thomas Playhouse.
Good layoff, 1-1 there.
Runner on first for the Wolfpack tying run. And the go-ahead run is Thomas Playhouse at the plate. That misses low. 2-1.
Oh no!
Don't know what he was swinging at right there, but it is now 2-2.
It was like a screwball.
Wolfpack need Playhouse right here, and that hits the bottom part of the zone. Gets Thomas Playhouse looking. And there's 1 away for the Wolfpack here in the top of the 3rd. Stingers just 2 outs away from taking this game 1. But the Wolfpack got the tying run at first for Chad Curtis. Outside. 1-0. Strike 1 and
59 miles an hour, right at the top
Right
of
at
the
the
zone.
top.
Perfect
He's
pitch.
working it. He's working it. Outside, ball 2, 2-1.
58, looks like his arm's starting to loosen up a little bit.
Yes.
That's up.
Outside, 3-1, and Chad
Yeah.
Curtis, he's worked a couple of walks here today.
Yeah. It's got a
That's high. Works another walk.
So tying runs at second base.
Excellent job there for Chad Curtis, able to get on. And the Wolfpack now have the go-ahead run on at first, tying run on at second for Jace Pratt. 1-0. 2 balls, no strikes. And that's ripped high and deep over to Cole Blevins, who tries to make a catch behind the back, and Alex Harden trips and falls over there going to third, but he is safe at third base. Everybody's safe for the Wolfpack.
He's going to need a shower after this one.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Bases loaded for the Wolfpack.
And
Alex Harden is going to come up to the plate, trying to at least tie this ball game up.
How many outs, Mark?
1 out.
1 away.
Cole just barely
On the
almost
top
came
of the
up with
third.
that over the head catch. That ball was spinning.
I'll try.
That's a tough play. Cole Blevins.
Got his hands on it, but didn't come up with it, unfortunately.
Right at the wall there. Had to backtrack on that one. Just couldn't make the grab. 1 away, bases loaded. The team captain, Alex Harden, to the plate. Inside, ball 1. And this is a guy who has hit quite a few grand slams in the AWA this season, and definitely not somebody you want to pitch to when the bases are juiced. 1-1.
We laid off the high cheese on that one.
2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss on that drop pitch. I think it's gross.
That's probably the best pitch in his arsenal, that one. That looks like a juicy pitch, and it just comes right.
Knuckleball freezes Alex Harden. And Jordan Rice strikes him out. What a pitch right there from Jordan Rice.
Big spot here. Big spot right here for the big lefty.
Are these hats optional?
That is exactly what the Southern Stingers needed there in that situation. Excellent pitch from Jordan Rice.
Hey, on
They're not out of the weeds yet. They have to pitch to Thomas Blayhouse now.
God, that's pipe.
Who's also hit many grand slams in the AWA in his career. 1-1.
Ooh, that's inside. He laid off that.
Good eye there from Thomas Blayhouse. Sporting the Juan Soto shuffle.
Oh my gosh, you just can't pull the trigger.
Well, it's like a knuckleball.
That's a tough pitch to hit. That's a tough pitch to hit. 2-2. Thomas,
Whoa,
that's outside.
behind him.
Full count, bases loaded. 1-0 is the score. The pitch on the way from Jordan Rice
gets a
is
piece
fouled
of it.
back. Full count. What's going to happen? Is Jordan Rice going to shut the door on game number 1 and take a 1-0 lead for the Stingers? Or the Wolfpack going to be able to get a run in and tie this ball game up? Full count, bases loaded, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. Jordan Rice looks in, gets his sign. Pitch on the way.
Ooh.
Fouled off. Full count remains. And here it is, the 3-2.
That's down.
Down for ball 4, and that will walk in the tying run for the Wolfpack. It is now 1-1 here in the top of the 3rd. And the Wolfpack now with the go-ahead run on at 3rd, and Chad Curtis up to the plate. Outside. 1-0. Curtis has worked multiple walks today. His last at bat as he swings and misses at that pitch there. 1-1.
Big curveball.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Good hitters count right here. We'll see what we can do. It's gonna have to go right at him.
Pitch there, and like you said, right at him, 2-2.
He does not want to walk in the go-ahead run.
And that is not in play. That's a swing and miss. That's a swing and miss. That's a strikeout for Jordan Rice. Chad Curtis swung and missed at the ball. It hit him, and the ball went into play, but
I think that
that's a strikeout for Jordan Rice. The Wolfpack, they do get a run across. They tie the game here as we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Wolfpack looking to walk it off here in the first game of the 2023 AWA season opening day.
What's the deal with the lights?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Pitch to Jordan Rice is popped up over to Thomas Bleos on first base. Makes the grab for out number 1. 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd. Barrett Carlo coming up to the dish for the Stingers. First pitch strike from Alex Harden. Inside, ball 1. I mean, how good of a feeling would it be to hit a walk-off home run first game of the season?
It'd be pretty good, but it's kind of a free swinger here, so he's gonna have to run into something.
Strike 3, like you said. Down goes Barrett Carlo. That's the 2nd out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, I feel like the Stingers are kind of dingers or nothing at this point.
Hey, you know, that
just free swingers.
That mentality won them a championship last season, and you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The way I look at it. Cole Blevins up now for the Stingers. Outside for ball 1. Another ball outside. 2-0 here to Blevins. Behind him for ball 3. There's now a 3-0 count for Blevins.
Ooh.
Alex Harden comes back with a great pitch there. 3-1. Stingers, they need a runner here. Behind him, and that's exactly what Cole Blevins does. Works a walk. The winning run is now on at first. And Houston Schmutz will come up to the plate in a situation you can only dream about in your debut. Up to the plate, winning runs on, opportunity to walk it off here.
Absolutely, we just don't have a whole lot of information about this hitter or this player. This is his first year, right?
First year in wiffle ball, but a very good baseball player.
Don't worry about it.
Growing up, I played against Houston Schmutz a few times.
Ooh, we had a nice look at a pitch there, was on it. Fouled that back.
And he is no joke. 1-2.
Whips that in there. 58.
2 balls and 2 strikes now to Schmutz. Again, winning run on at first. The 2-2. And that's whipped high and deep to center. It's gone! Houston Schmutz walks it off for the Southern Stingers. Here in game number 1 of opening day, his AWA debut, he goes deep, a 2-run shot to center.
Wow.
Houston Schmutz does it for the Stingers here in game 1.
Got all of that one. That thing was a no-doubter.
What a home run there from Houston Schmutz. The Stingers, they take game 1, 2-1, and they are rolling here in 2023, just like they ended it in 2022 with a championship.
It should get interesting in this second game because I don't know how many arms are left in that, both those teams at this point. Peter's out, right? He's not here.
Exactly.
I'm not sure who the arm is, the next arm for the Wolfpack. I don't know who. We got 2 guys that have never played, so I don't know if they can touch that.
Game 1 didn't go as you would have hoped today. How are you going to adjust heading into the second game of today's series?
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Rice is a tough pitcher to go against first game, especially for the new guys. And, I mean, the field conditions are rough, so I think got to be a little bit more, like, conservative on the base pass a little bit. I mean, as you can see, I slipped quite a bit out there. But, yeah, just got to swing more pitches, I think, make solid contact. We'll get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much. Molly Foley, AWA Wiffle.
Thank you, Molly. Excellent job down there.
Yeah, just a quick one today.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, just quick and dirty.
For the Wolfpack, they lose it 2-1 to the Stingers. A Houston Schmutz walk-off home run in game number 1 for the Southern Stingers. That was a great game 1. And we are going to be back here for game number 2 shortly, working on a couple of things here with the production group. We will be back shortly here in the next about 5 or so minutes, maybe less. Okay. So I keep getting error could not find player in the end. Okay, Houston Schmutz number 3. They will not win this. Hey, Houston. Come here, bro. What? I can't. Oh! When you're talking up there, I can't stop laughing. Okay, it won't upload. It just keeps saying error could not find player.
Haley, what's your business name? Price?
What?
Your job? What do you work for? What do you work for? Wow, really?
Let me know when I should start.
Still working. I'm already. Super Humble hit a double. Super Humble. Carrying one again. You got it? No? Sorry, I'm in
It's not.
Yeah, screw it.
What?
Because Houston's not supposed to be here.
What? So what? Like what? This is for the fantasy, right?
Yeah, don't worry about it. I'll fix it later. Yeah, let's start.
Jack, you want me up here?
Yeah.
All right, and if you are just recently joining us, we just finished up game 1 of this 3-game opening day series between the Western Wolfpack and the Southern Stingers. The Southern Stingers took game number 1, final score 2-1 on a Houston Schmutz 2-run walk-off home run in his AWA debut for the Southern Stingers.
Goes deep off of Alex Harden, and the Southern Stingers, they keep rolling just like they were last season in 2022 when they won the World Series. They're still rolling here in 2023. They lead this series 1-0.
We're about to get game number 2 between the Wolfpack and the Stingers started.
Looks like a pretty good pickup there for the Stingers.
Absolutely.
I mean,
yeah.
come on. Houston, he's like, this is his first game.
Yeah, first game.
Gets a dinger to win it. It's pretty good.
Yeah, it is good. And I mean, again, it's you know.
I don't know who their GM is, but they obviously are good.
Yeah. Well,
good
you know,
spotting talent.
I think it's you know, it's Peter McNeil, and he's done a great job for the Stingers. Managing, pitching, hitting, all around. And Barrett Carlo, he's going to be on the mound for the Stingers. We were talking about that earlier. We didn't know who was going to be that second pitcher. Normally Peter McNeil and Jordan Rice do the pitching for the Stingers. Ground ball over to Jordan Rice at third base. He throws over to Cole Blevins at first and gets him.
Oh my gosh, deep in the hole to get that.
Jordan Rice, what a throw from him over at third base. And there's now one away here in the top of the first. Excellent play from Jordan Rice.
He was hustling down the line too. That throw was right on.
Great play from him, and we already have what would be a web gem here in game number 2. 2-0 here to Alex Harden as he fouls that pitch back. 2-1.
Really fooled him with the eephus pitch there at 28 miles an hour.
Yes, he did. It's a tough one. And that's right down the middle for strike 2. 2-2 here to Harden.
Ooh,
way behind him, full count. Barrett Carlo has not done much pitching in the AWA. So he's going to be a learning experience here as that's flied out to Houston Schmutz over there in center. He makes the catch for out number 2.
Well, like I said, it looks like we've got a little bit of a drop-off in the quality of pitching. Thomas needs to.
Yeah, we don't know how. We don't even know who the Wolfpack's going to throw in this game too.
This might be a high-scoring affair.
Very much so. 1-0 to Thomas Playhouse.
2 aces are not here today. Although I don't know who the Wolfpack's number 2 is.
Yeah, I think that's going to be something that they have to figure out this year. And that's a ground ball to Houston Schmutz over at second. Thomas Playhouse chooses to not even run. Blevins bobbles the ball at first and finally steps on first base for the third out.
I guess that's like dingers or nothing at that point, right?
Absolutely,
you know,
absolutely.
You hit a watermelon coming at you and you roll that thing over to the second baseman.
Exactly.
I'm going to the dugout after that. You know?
It happens to the best of us, but definitely not a good feeling. And the Wolfpack go 1-2-3 in the top of the first.
Not a whole lot of.
No run score. We go to the bottom of the first here in game number 2. First pitch, swinging for Jordan Rice.
Not a whole lot of urgency in this Wolfpack team. The energy looks a little low right now.
A little bit. They have a new team. They have a new team.
Not a whole lot of hustling in and off and on.
1-2 here to Jordan Rice. That's high and outside. Jace Pratt, he's making his AWA debut here today. First ever pitching appearance for him. 2-2. Jordan Rice, that's high. Full count.
Looks like he's got 2 pitches, a knuckle and like a curveball. Couldn't lay out.
Up high in the air. It's playable, and Chase Pratt, he makes the catch. That's an out. That's an out. Jordan Rice pops up.
Hey, remember that for the rest of the year. That's all I got to say. Consistency, that's all I'm about.
Hey, Jordan, I can't see the tree from up here. You gotta give me a little bit of credit here, man. Okay.
Inside for a ball. Thank you very much. Over the head of Barrett Carlo there for a ball. Swing and a miss, and I love the swings that Barrett Carlo has.
You know, it's dingers or nothing with this kid.
I
right?
love it. I love it. Pitch on the way. It's outside, and that's ball 4 to Barrett Carlo. Runner on first, 1 away.
You know, last year with those branches, those were always hitting the trees. So this year, I feel like if it's up there, it's like Tropicana Field. If you catch it, you're out.
Exactly. It's high up there. It's going to be difficult to hit those branches.
Yeah, I mean, you get it up there and you catch it, I think that's an out.
You got to hit it pretty high to hit those branches this season.
You probably need to talk to the rules and competition committee, but I feel like that's an out all day long.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. And you know, Jace Pratt looking pretty good here.
You know,
in
not
his
bad
first
for his
appearance.
debut. You just got to fill up the zone and just see what happens. You don't want to walk a bunch of guys and just let them, you know, walk it in.
Exactly. And that's foul down the third base side. 1-2 to Cole Blevins. But like you said, I mean, you know, it's difficult for new pitchers to figure it out up there, and they tend to throw a lot of balls, and you're trying to figure out exactly how the ball moves, the wiffle ball. It moves so differently than what a baseball would normally do. So we have a full count here to Cole Blevins. So these new pitchers, they tend to struggle as Cole Blevins strikes out swinging right there, and that is a strikeout for Jace Pratt.
Nice first K for Jace this year. You know, the ball moves a lot.
Save that ball for Jace. We got it for you here, Jace. Come see me after the inning. Ball 1 to Houston Schmutz, the hero from game 1. Again, Schmutz with the 2-run walk-off home run in game number 1 of this 3-game series.
Just a little outside there. You know, the tricky thing is that the ball moves a lot, but each ball moves differently. So, you know, you kind of almost have to feel in your hand how roughed up it is to know where your aiming point.
Exactly.
I think the roughed up balls move a little bit more, but it's, you know, it takes a while to get that feel, the release point.
It does. It does. 4-pitch walk there to Houston Schmutz. Runners on first and second with 2 away now for Jordan Rice, who was a little unhappy after his first at-bat, hitting a pop-up. Thought it was a foul ball. That's fouled back. 1-1. Runners on first and second. Again, the score is tied 0-0. So that's fouled off for strike 2. 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Popped up to Alex Harden, and he makes the grab out at second base. That's the 3rd out for the Stingers here in the bottom of the first, and nobody scores. We're still scoreless as we go to the top of the 2nd inning here in game number 2.
Yeah, we probably need to turn the Lexus lights on because it's cycling around the market, so we're going to put it off here and then go turn it on with the lights. We'll turn the lights on Lexus. Yes.
Getting ready for the top of the 2nd here, Chad Curtis gets it off for the Western Wolfpack as he fouls the first pitch off. 0-1. Swing and a miss there, 0-2. And, you know, Barrett Carlo has pitched pretty well here so far today. Had a good first inning. Again, normally does not pitch for the Stingers, given they have Jordan Rice and Peter McNeil. But getting an opportunity here today, given team captain Peter McNeil was unable to make it to opening day, as that's high. And we got a full count now to Chad Curtis. Inside for ball 4. Wolfpack get their leadoff batter on. Runner on first, nobody out here for Jace Pratt. Looking to help himself out here in game number 2. Wolfpack trying to tie this series up. Currently trailing 0-1.
I would expect a lot more balls in play, but not so far.
Not so far yet. A lot of hitters are trying to get the feeling down, and I think that's what we're going to see a lot here in the first week of these games. Jace Pratt walks. It's back-to-back walks now for Barrett Carlo. Runners on first and second for the Wolfpack. Nobody out for Alex Harden. Good opportunity from him. Been a little quiet today, Alex Harden.
I got 2 hits.
Did have the first hit of 2023, but
it's kind of
waiting for a big hit out of him.
Juicy 50-mile-an-hour right down the pike.
1-1. Oh, that's high and deep, but it's a pop-up over there to Houston Schmutz for out number 1.
That marine air kept that ball. I think in the summer that might have a chance.
You're exactly right. And here in Washington, in April and in May, the ball tends to not go as far. In June, July, and August, that's when it really starts to fly as Thomas Blehouse pops that one up.
Lays off
That's
that high
outside.
cheese.
One away, runners on first and second for the Wolfpack.
Lays off that pitch in the dirt.
There you go. Good eye from Thomas.
See if he can turn on one here.
Popped up down the third base side, and Jordan Rice makes the grab, throws back over to Schmutz at second, and the runners will hold. Thomas Blehouse throws his bat in frustration right there. Very unhappy with the way he's been hitting lately, but, you know, might just take him a couple of games to get going. You never know. You never know. 2 outs here in the top of the second.
They won't let him touch a bat.
Chad
on his team,
Curtis.
so you never know.
Yeah. Popped up into the air. Barrett Carlo right underneath it, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. No run score here in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second here. Still scoreless between the Wolfpack and the Stingers.
All right, we're back.
And we are back, ready to get the bottom of the second going. Barrett Carlo up to the plate against Jace Pratt.
Jace
Ball
at
one.
54 miles an hour. His arm's getting a little looser. Looks like he's getting a little more confidence.
And he'll get more comfortable up there as he keeps going 2-0. It takes a little bit of time to understand the speed clock and the speeds and everything. And I like to say that these pitchers, you know, when you're capped at 59 miles per hour, it truly is an art throwing up there because you can't throw that hard.
Right.
And you gotta learn to be effective by staying within the limit of the 59 mile per hour speed limit.
Yeah, which I love. I love to see a lot more hitting.
Ground ball to Chad
play.
Curtis at third, throws over to Thomas Blehouse as he tried to fake out Barrett Carlo at first. Acted like he missed it. Tough play. It's always a tough play. Ground ball to third. It's not an easy play. Barrett Carlo on with an infield single.
Ooh, that was a good pitch right there. Haven't seen that sinker like that with him. He can
I
figure
haven't either.
If he can figure out how to throw that for strikes, that's going to be a good pitch.
That'll be a good pitch for him, absolutely. 2-0, Cole Blevins. Ground ball past Chase Pratt on the mound. Chad Curtis throws to first. It's in time to get Cole Blevins, and Barrett Carlo will advance to third on the throw.
Productive out there, moving the runner over.
Great job there from Cole Blevins. Runner on at third for the Game 1 hero, Houston Schmutz, as he looks at ball one.
Looks like he's got a little more confidence.
Absolutely.
Got some really good plate discipline. Doesn't chase. This guy doesn't chase a lot.
He'll be going back and telling the family about that hit after the games here tonight. 3-0.
You wonder here if he's going to get the green light.
You got to think he
yeah.
will. You got to think he will at 3-0.
I say you come out of your shoes here.
I think so too. The 3-0 here to Schmutz.
All right, he takes.
And he takes. It's a 4-pitch walk. And the Southern Stingers now have runners at the corners with one away for Jordan Rice. Jordan pitched an excellent game number 1 for the Stingers. As they were able to win game 1, they lead it 1-0 here in the 3-game series. 2-0, the count to Jordan Rice.
All of a sudden, Chase is having trouble finding the zone here.
And that'll happen. That'll happen to these new pitchers. But 3-0 here to Jordan Rice is low, and that is back-to-back walks. Now for Pratt. Bases are loaded.
We got free swinger coming up. Good spot here. Pitcher's got to throw strikes now, so he's got to come right at you. I'd come out of my shoes, try and hang a crooked number on right now.
See, Barrett Carlo gets a hold of one of these, and it's going into the neighbor's yard.
Yeah, that's a lost ball if he connects with that swing.
Hits the zone, strike one.
Nice
Excellent
pitch.
job there from Pratt. That was a first pitch strike after walking the last two batters. 1-1. Count to Barrett Carlo. Swing and a miss there, and
Looked
there's
like
that big swing.
Looked like a changeup or something there. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, 1-2. Ground ball right back to Jace Pratt. He throws home, and that'll be Cole Blevins will be out at home. 2 away in the bottom of the second. Great job there from Pratt, able to get Blevins out at home, save a run. We're still scoreless here in the bottom of the second, but the bases are still loaded with 2 outs.
Really smart play there. You know, try to go to first there, let the run score. That's not a good play. You got that whole target to hit to get an out. That was a great play.
It's a great job from the young player, Jace Pratt.
Still got a chance to get out of this bind right here. A lot of traffic out there. We'll see. 2-0 right now.
Foul back from Cole Blevins. 2 balls and 1 strike, and you said it exactly right. Bases loaded jam for a young player like this. It's tough. It's tough. We'll see what he can do here. 3-1 now to Cole Blevins. Ground ball right back to Jace Pratt. He goes home and gets the out on Houston Schmutz. What a job there from Jace Pratt, able to get out of the bases loaded jam here in the bottom of the second. We still remain scoreless as we go to the final inning here in game number 2.
Not overpowering, but a lot of soft contact. He did?
No. Is it, how, 2-2. Is it a 2-run home run?
No, just a solo shot. We tied the game in the 9th inning.
Ooh, wow. Let's go. There goes Tony.
Again, the score here, we are scoreless in the top of the 3rd inning. Jace Pratt up to the plate as he looks at ball 1.
Ooh.
You know, before the game number 2 started, we had said, Tom, that we thought it was going to be a high-scoring affair between these 2 newer pitchers, but they've pitched very well so far here in game 2.
They have. They're not overpowering, but they're changing the speeds up, and they're keeping guys off balance, and that's all you really need to do.
Exactly.
Tried to. That was 62 there.
Too fast.
Yeah.
Full count. Here to Pratt.
Oh.
That was the eephus.
Changed speeds right there, but he was on it.
Jace Pratt, he wants that one back. Full count inside, ball 4. Great job from Pratt there, able to draw a walk. And the Wolfpack now have a runner on first. This would be the go-ahead run for the Wolfpack here in the top of the 3rd.
Not sure that change-up arm action is that deceiving.
Yeah.
Looks like
takes a little bit of practice,
yeah,
but
it looks like arm speed has really slowed down. might want to work on that a little bit.
First pitch is high.
48-mile-an-hour fastball.
Popped up into the air. Houston Schmutz is right under it, and he makes the catch for out number 1. 1 away here in the top of the 3rd. Thomas Blehaus
just not
come up to the plate. Got some great hair he's sporting today.
It's good hair. The bats are just not there.
Got to wake that bat up, but the hair's looking good. So he looks at strike 1.
Just he looks like he's in between. Just can't seem to pull the trigger.
Do you think it's because he's a PO? Do you think that's why he's struggling up there?
Yeah, I think that's a big part of it. It's kind of the mentality.
That's fouled back, 1-2. He was such a dominant player in the first couple of years in the AWA. He's just been looking to wake that bat up the last couple of seasons.
Yeah, sometimes they just don't have it anymore.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Thomas Blehaus strikes out there, and he screams in frustration.
Wow.
There's now 2 away here in the top of the 3rd for Chad Curtis.
You know, I think he's got a couple of players that are watching this game, so it's kind of double embarrassing for the kid.
That's difficult. That's never a good thing to have your friends and family watching, and
maybe even his coach might be watching.
Oh, that's never good. It's never good. 0-2 here to Chad Curtis. Again, the go-ahead run on at first base here for Curtis, who's worked multiple walks here today. 1-2. And he's, you know, seemed to be a tough out so far for this Wolfpack team. 1-2. And gets him swinging right there. That's strike 3. Is that not strike? Strike 2. I was kidding. I was kidding, everybody. Strike 2. 1-2. Looks at that one in the dirt.
Ooh.
Fouls that one off. Great job.
Changing speeds here, keeping the hitters off balance.
Yes.
I just can't imagine that Chad's not going to figure this out in a game or two and just be the kind of hitter he used to be.
I think he will too. He's looked good up there. He's seeing the ball well. He's not chasing. Looks like a hitter up there. Pitch on the way to Curtis. That's popped up into the air.
Just got under it.
And Jordan Rice makes the catch for the final out here in the top of the third. We're still scoreless here in game 2 as we go to the bottom of the third inning. And the Stingers, they look to walk it off here again.
I know, you know, it's like deja vu all over again. They got another opportunity. I think that the Stingers have a little bit more pep in their step, a little better dugout, the clubhouse looks a little bit more cohesive.
You could argue the camaraderie for the Stingers is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
They have their core squad here, aside from Peter McNeil.
Right.
They got all the guys here that did it last year. They won the World Series last season, and they feel good here in the bottom of the third. But Jace Pratt has pitched very well so far for the Wolfpack in this game. The Schmutz.
Wow, that was a nice knuckleball right there, off speed, way ahead of it.
I don't know what he was swinging there. 1-2. He saw that first knuckleball and said, I want a piece of that thing. 1-2 here to Houston Schmutz. And that's high for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Chase really hides the ball well. You see he's got that big turn. The ball just comes right out of his ear. Ooh, that was a tough pitch right there.
That was a tough pitch. Full count now to Schmutz.
Looking a little bit on his deception here.
Inside for ball 4, and that's a great at-bat from Houston Schmutz as he gets on. And the Stingers, with the winning run on at first, Jordan Rice will step up to the plate. Jordan Rice getting the win in game number 1, his first win of the season. Always feels good getting that first one out of the way.
Ooh, Ephus pitch
misses.
Swung over the top of that, right on his hands.
Those are never. That's never an easy pitch. It's never an easy pitch.
And then he comes back with a fastball.
66. That'll
66.
be our first speed check of the season. A no pitch. The count.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't think that was 66. That was the swing.
And it was the swing that the radar caught. So that will be 0-2. Now 1-2 to Jordan Rice. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
He's got that breaking ball going.
He's definitely got some movement on these pitches.
Yeah.
Full count.
See if he makes an adjustment here. That's 3 pitches in the same spot.
Don't want to walk these guys too many times.
Ground
ball. It's a fair ball down the third baseline. Chad Curtis throws to first. It's not going to be in time to get Jordan Rice. That's an infield single for Rice. And there's now runners on first and second for Barrett Carlo, who has pitched an excellent game thus far here in game 2. First pitch missing. 1-0.
See if he can help his cause here.
That's outside for ball 2.
foul ball. Looks like he might have tweaked his oblique there with that.
I'm telling you, once he gets a hold of one though, it's going far. 2-1. Outside for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to Barrett Carlo. Again, the winning run for the Southern Stingers on at second base. The pitch hits the zone for strike number 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That's over him, and that is another walk for Jace Pratt here in the bottom of the 3rd. Bases are loaded for Cole Blevins. Still nobody out, and Pratt finds himself here in a jam.
It's a good spot for Cole here. He's been pretty quiet this series. See what happens here.
Outside for ball 1.
He's going to have to come to him. We don't want to walk this game off with a walk.
Absolutely not.
Ooh.
Strike 1. If the Wolfpack, if they lose this game, they would also lose the series. 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Cole Blevins. Winning run on at 3rd.
That's
Foul
back here.
2-2. And Jace Pratt and the Western Wolfpack, they really need a strikeout or something right here. No outs here in the bottom of the 3rd. The pitch to Blevins is low for ball 3, a full count.
Full count.
And a walk would end the game. And that's ripped into the gap, and that'll be a walk-off RBI single for Cole Blevins. The Southern Stingers, they take game 2 1-0 thanks to a Cole Blevins RBI single, and the Southern Stingers will take this series as they have now won games 1 and game 2 off of 2 walk-off hits. Game 1, a 2-run home run from Houston Schmutz, and game 2, a RBI single from Cole Blevins. And the Southern Stingers, they lead this series 2-0. We're going to get game number 3 started here momentarily. The Southern Stingers will be going for the sweep, and the Western Wolfpack still looking for their first win of the 2023 season. What a job from Cole Blevins right there, able to put that one in a play and get the run in.
You know, Cole's been pretty quiet this series. It was his time. Get up there, had a nice pitch to hit.
Are you going to pitch in game 2 or in game 3?
Nah. In play, that's a fair ball to Jacob. What a play from Jacob! And that is destroyed! Tie game! That's in play down the third base line. Peter makes the great play from Peter McNeil.
To that. What a play over at 3rd.
That's in play, and he might have just shot! Get out, ball later! And that ball is out of here! Walk-off home run! Oh, not for the out as Barrett's coming home. And he hits it! And that's a shot! That he's heading home. Oh, he's out! He's out! Flips it over the first. I don't know if I like it. He flips the first. Oh, and moonshot. Oh, he rolled it. Flare it up. What a play for Peter McNeil.
The Southern Stingers and the Western Wolfpack. If you're just joining us, the Southern Stingers, they lead this series 2-0. They won both games on walk-off hits. Houston Schmutz, a 2-run home run in game number 1. Stingers win that game 2-1. And Cole Blevins just hit an RBI single in game number 2 to walk off that game 1-0 for the Stingers. And this defending championship World Series Stingers team from 2022 is just continuing to roll here in 2023.
Yeah, they look real good, and this is going to be a tough spot right now for the Wolfpack. They got the ace back on. They're throwing strikes. You do not want to go down 0-3 this early in the season.
Absolutely not. It's you know,
I mean, you can come back, but you know you're gonna think about that all week.
Strike 3, a 3-pitch strikeout for Jordan Rice. And the Southern Stingers are just rolling at this point. Out number 1 here in the top of the first. Chase Pratt was looking at that one. That was a nasty pitch from Jordan Rice. And here comes Alex Harden for the Wolfpack. But yeah, like you were saying, Tom, I mean, nobody wants to start off getting swept. Unfortunately for the Wolfpack, they're facing a Stingers team who is in sync. And this Wolfpack team, majority of the guys are new. You do return Thomas Blehouse and you do return Alex Harden, but they're just trying to get that chemistry down again.
Yeah. You know, when your big bopper's scuffling as much as Thomas is right now, you're in big trouble.
Yeah. He'll find it. He'll find it. He's a PO currently, so he'll find it here soon. No. 2-1. Oh. Swing and a miss. Alex Harden right there, and he strikes out. Strikeout there for Jordan Rice's second strikeout of the game. There's 2 away here in the top of the first. And Thomas Blehouse, the Wolfpack, really need him to get going here. And that's ripped. Home run for Thomas Blehouse. He goes to straightaway center. There was some murmuring in the crowd and even up here in the booth about whether you would get it going or not, and there he goes. Hits a solo shot here in the top of the first. And the Wolfpack take an early 1-0 lead against the Stingers. First pitch there to Chad Curtis. It's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Curtis.
Well, if he can get going, they have a chance. That's it. But he's got to get going.
He's too good of a hitter not to get going. But, you know, sometimes you watch him and you're like, what's going on up there?
Yeah, there's a lot going in that head.
3 balls and 2 strikes. Now to Chad Curtis. That's exactly what the Wolfpack needed.
Absolutely.
They needed a momentum killer right there. Stingers had been rolling all night. And now the Wolfpack finally have a 1-0 lead here in the opening day series. And they just need to look to continue to add on. The full count pitch to Chad Curtis is fouled off down the first base side. And the count will remain full. Fouls that one off.
That's off the
that's off the bat.
That's off the bat.
Full count. Full count.
Full count.
Chad Curtis.
Ooh, that's
high for ball 4, and he will walk.
It's great to see all these kids back. I think I've been cheering these kids for 10 years, from Little League.
It's cool.
Last time I think I saw Chad was when he was a 12 playing Little League with all of these guys. About half these guys all played together when they were little.
And that's one of the best parts about the AWA is just getting everybody together again.
Absolutely. Good stuff all around.
Want to know here to Jace Pratt as he fouls that one back for strike 1, 1-1.
Starting to get dark and cold in the northwest.
It
About
is.
46 degrees now. Dropped.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2. You know, Jace Pratt, he didn't pitch that bad. He pitched pretty well in game number 2, aside from the 3rd inning, but definitely held it in there for the Wolfpack. Gave him an opportunity to win that game.
Absolutely. You just keep it close.
Ground ball. It's
foul ball.
Foul ball down the third base side.
We got rid of that bush, the Quackenbush this year.
That Quackenbush.
There was some discussion about that, but in the end it lost. So it was kind of more of a
2-2. 2-2 is the count.
I think people were worried
Pratt.
about the danger of the bush, so the stump. So that's in
Ground
play.
ball.
Ground
The
ball.
Houston Schmutz.
Nice
or to
pickup.
Barrett Carlo, and
a
he
nice
gets
toss over to get him.
Jace Pratt at first. The Stingers get out of it, but the Wolfpack take an early 1-0 lead thanks to a solo shot from Thomas Playhouse.
Haley, did Barrett throw a no-hitter last game? Did Barrett throw a no-hitter last game? Oh, okay. We'll check. We'll have to check, but yeah, that's a good point. I didn't think about that. I don't have the stats up here. We good?
Okay, here we go.
All right, we're getting the bottom of the first started here as Jordan Rice looks at ball 1. 1-0. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Thomas Playhouse got a home run in the first. As that is off Chase Pratt's hand over there, and that's a give Jordan Rice an infield single there. Runner on first.
It's a tough play, tailing away.
Nobody out.
Lots
of the bottom of the first.
I think the rain has actually started a little heavier.
It is. It is. It's definitely coming down out there, and it's not easy to play with ball in the rain. That's for sure. Ground ball to Chad Curtis at second. They get the lead runner. Excellent play there from Curtis.
Chad was just a great infielder when he played baseball in high school, Little League. Not surprised by that play.
Yeah.
Tough terrain. Just gobbled it up. Nice toss over to second.
Good athlete over there. Chad Curtis is Cole Blevins. Looks at ball 1, 1-0. Foul back. Cole Blevins, the hero from game number 2. RBI single to walk it off.
Ooh, he was on that. Straight back.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss there, and down goes Cole Blevins. Alex Harden.
Just dealing right now, just throwing strikes, filling up the zone.
Doing well, and that's what Alex does well.
Are we switch hitting here? What's happening here?
Yeah, Houston Schmutz, normally a lefty, hitting right-handed here.
A little surprised by turning him around with the righty going. But
1-1.
Maybe he's just trying to mix it up.
I didn't know him to be a switch hitter, but if he is, that's a massive, massive pickup for the Southern Stingers.
Just off the plate there with that fastball at 58 miles an hour.
Are you a switch hitter, Houston?
No, I'm a righty. I have a really bad right shoulder.
Did you just hit that? Did you hit that home run with your offhand?
Yeah. Oh.
You're lying.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
I played football growing up with my friends. We weren't allowed to hit dominant.
Oh.
And we've just found out that Houston Schmutz is actually a right-handed hitter, but he's been hitting left-handed all day because he has a shoulder issue.
Trying to protect that shoulder, but we'll see. Looks like a pretty good daddy cut from the right side.
I would say so. So, you know, if looking at that walk-off home run that he had in the first game, he actually did that in his offhand.
Yeah, that could spell trouble for the Wolfpack.
Wow.
This is his dominant side.
Pitch on the way there to Schmutz, and the count runs full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And Alex Harden strikes out Houston Schmutz. No runs score for the Stingers in the bottom of the first. We go to the top of 2. Wolfpack lead at 1-0.
Who's up?
Second as he looks at ball 1, 1-0.
Looks like it's getting pretty dark out here, even with the lights.
It is. It is. And that tends to happen out here. It's April and May, but
absolutely. And you know, the park is in literally a forest.
Yeah, exactly.
We got 80-foot tall trees that are sucking up all the light, the late light here. But the new lights are helping a little bit.
They are, and
I think it's actually better down on the field than up here in the press box.
Yes, yes, it definitely is. Alex Harden works a walk there to start this top of the second. Wolfpack with a runner on first. Nobody out, and here comes Thomas Blehaus, who hit a rocket of a home run in his last at-bat out to straightaway center. And Thomas Blehaus, he had struggled in his first few at-bats in game 1 and in game 2, but he comes out here in game 3, and in his first at-bat hits a home run. Runner on here as he fouls that one off for strike 1, 0-1. And that is ripped down the third base side. Almost hit the foul pole down there. Would have been his second home run of the game, 0-2.
Lays off the off speed.
I think he's getting his confidence back. 1-2. Ground ball over to Houston Schmutz at second. He flips to first. Cole Blevins can't hang on. Alex Harden will advance from second to third.
Error on
the
throw.
Miss from Cole Blevins. And the Wolfpack have runners at the corners with nobody out for Chad Curtis. That's high and deep behind Cole Blevins, and it falls. Alex Harden is going to score. Thomas Blehaus goes first to third on the RBI single from Chad Curtis. That's his first RBI in the AWA. Somebody saved that ball.
You know, in the middle of the summer, that might have a chance. The rain knocked that down because that was floating. Had a little carry on it.
It did.
Short porch over there, and only 90 feet.
1-1 here to Jace Pratt. Outside. Swinging a miss there from Jace.
Big hack.
Excellent job from Chad Curtis right there, able to drop that one in for an RBI single. Wolfpack able to extend their lead at 2-0. And they're not giving up here. They're not giving up here. They do not want to get swept.
No, they do not want to get swept. You know, you lose the first 2, you just gotta, you can't.
Yeah, I have full. Forgot to.
You don't want to go in an 0-3 hole here this early.
popped up into foul territory. Count remains 3-2.
Jordan not quite as sharp as the first game. Little, you know, he's got a little bit of a leak. That ball right there, kind of
right past Jordan, and Thomas Playhouse will score, and that is an RBI single for Jace Pratt. His first RBI in the league this season.
That ball just died right in the middle, in no man's land.
And the Wolfpack now lead it 3-0 here in the top of the second. Runners on first and second for Alex Harden as he swings and misses at the first pitch.
Encouragement from his teammate there. Tell him that's...
Oh. Ground ball right back to Jordan Rice. He throws to first and gets Alex Harden.
Moves the runners over, one out.
One away.
Big spot here.
In the top of the second. Productive out nonetheless. Runners on second and third for Thomas Playhouse.
See if he can do a little more damage. Oh, they're already up. See if they can do some damage here. Kind of extend their lead here with a base hit. We'll probably score two. I'm not sure.
Oh, a miss.
The knuckleball fools him badly. Swung over the top of it.
Might be the toughest pitch in the league to hit.
Knuckle curve in there, inside.
1-1.
Jordan doesn't like the ball. Get another ball.
Foul back.
That had a lot of movement on it. Yeah.
Blue. 2?
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
Ooh,
and that's high.
The knuckleball. It's gone.
What is it now?
3 balls, 1 strike.
3-1.
To Thomas Playhouse. Runners on second and third. As the Wolfpack try to extend this lead. They lead at 3-0.
I'm thinking he's going to come out of his shoes on this. Wherever, if it's close.
You know, why not? Why not? 3-1 count, 3-1?
3-1.
Yeah, I threw one down the middle and he fouled it off, right?
3-2.
3-2. You guys got to bear with us here.
Yeah.
You guys got to bear with us here. We got a lot going on. We're trying to do our best. Full count here to Thomas Playhouse. And that's fouled off. Full count now.
Ooh,
low, and Thomas Playhouse.
Good eye there.
Walks right there, and the bases are
Juiced.
loaded.
For who?
For Chad Curtis, who had an RBI single in his last at-bat. Got an opportunity to drive in some more runs. 1 out. Outside for ball 1, 1-0. Hits the zone for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike now to Chad Curtis. Again, scores 3-0 here.
Ooh.
Top of the second.
1 and 2. He was on that one.
He was. He was on that one. I want to see a grand slam here in opening weekend, opening day.
Absolutely. Dingers are nothing.
Let's see if Chad Curtis can deliver. 1-2. Foul back. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Pitch on the way from Rice.
Ooh, that was a tough pitch to lay off.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Very disciplined at the plate.
Yeah, very.
He doesn't chase very much.
No.
Inside for ball 3. 3-2. Full count here to Curtis, and that is ripped high and deep, and it is off the wall. Alex Harden will score easily. That's Chad Curtis's second RBI single of the game. And the Wolfpack extend their lead. They lead at 4-0 now here in the top of the second. Bases remain loaded with 1 away. And up steps Jace Pratt.
You know, I know it's early, but if you can get Chad going and get him on the mound and see if he can throw strikes, that the Wolf, they might be a team to contend with.
Absolutely.
You know,
absolutely.
I mean, he's a good player. Pitched in high school. Got some pop.
And only time will tell. But for you fantasy managers out there who are playing fantasy wiffle ball this season, Chad Curtis might be a sleeper pick that you need to look at.
Yeah, these unknowns are the guys that you want to get early, you know.
Exactly.
Houston.
Exactly. Houston Schmutz.
You know.
Chad Curtis making some names for themselves out here today.
Guys, there's not a whole lot of stats on. 2-0.
2-0.
Oh, another strike. 2-2.
Foul it off. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Jordan's going right after him.
Strike 3. Strike out there for Jordan Rice. And that's the second out here in the top of the second. Up to the plate is Alex Harden. He looks at that pitch inside. Ball 1. Whoa. Way outside as that one gets away from Jordan Rice. 2-0. Bases remain loaded for the Stingers, for the Wolfpack here. It's 2-1.
I think he wanted that pitch back. That was right down the middle.
Absolutely.
He was on it.
I know Alex, and he wants to bust this thing wide open and make this an 8-0 game with a grand slam. See if he can do it. 2-1 pitch.
2-2.
Pitch on the way from Rice is way outside, and it's a full
All full.
count.
We need balls.
Here, I got one here. Full count here to Alex Harden. Bases loaded, 2 away in the top of the second. Wolfpack have got 3 runs in the inning.
3-2, 2 outs. Got to go right at him right here. Right down the middle.
Popped over to Cole Blevins, and he'll make the catch.
Easy catch there.
For
Nice
out
job.
number 3. But the Wolfpack, they score 3 runs in the top of the second, and they lead it 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the second inning here in game number 3. Wolfpack looking to avoid that sweep.
I don't know anything. I don't have any stats. I don't have a lineup. I don't have anything.
Who knows?
Who's up? Haley should know.
Haley.
Who's up?
Who's up?
Bottom 2.
Jordan Rice leads it off here for the Stingers in the bottom of the second as he looks at ball 1, 1-0. Jordan Rice. High and inside for ball 2, 2-0.
It's like people are getting their hands cold right now. 45 degrees now, game temperature.
Just keeps going down, keeps going down.
It will until about July 4th.
Yep. That's a 4-pitch walk for Jordan Rice, and that's exactly what the Stingers needed. Thomas Blahouse's solo home run back in the first inning was a momentum killer for the Stingers, but up until that point, they had pretty much been rolling all series. They lead it here 2-0 in the 3-game series. Looking to sweep the Wolfpack, but the Wolfpack doing a good job here with a 4-0 lead. 1-1 is the count to Barrett Carlo. That's ripped down the third base side. Chad Curtis can't make the grab. Jordan Rice rounding third, heading for home, and he's gonna score. Barrett Carlo in there with an RBI double, and the Stingers have their first run here in game number 3. The score is 4-1 Wolfpack.
That was a tough play in the corner there. I think he got his hand on it, but didn't come up with it.
Never easy going back on a ball like that.
No, I thought that was out at first. Had a chance. Didn't quite carry.
2-0 to Cole Blevins. Swing and a miss there. 2-1. Wolfpack still looking for their first out here in the bottom of the second. Swing and a miss again there by Blevins, and it's now 2-2. And down goes Cole Blevins. Alex Harden strikes out Blevins for the first out here in the bottom of the second. And up to the plate steps Houston Schmutz for the Southern Stingers. First pitch hits the zone for strike one, 0-1.
Two outs.
2 outs, yes.
Big cut there. He's behind now.
One ball and 2 strikes. Outside for ball 2. Fouls that one off.
Alex just needs to throw strikes. Keep
twos.
2-2.
2-2. Here to Schmutz, and that's low for ball 3. 3-2. Now the count.
Do not want to bring the tying run to the plate here.
Do not. Runner on second for the Stingers, and it's getting dark quickly here at AWA Field, and that's low for ball 4. Schmutz able to get on for the Stingers. Runners on first and second.
Hey, Alex, you guys have 2 outs, right? Or 1 out? 1 out.
None.
One away. On the bottom of the second is Jordan Rice. Looks at ball 1. Ball 2 inside. And you know, when it gets later into games, I tend to find it tougher to find a grip on the ball, especially when it's wet outside. 3-0 to Jordan Rice.
A little mud on the ball too. Ball flight is a little different.
It does. It does. Behind him, a 4-pitch walk. And just like that, the Stingers have the bases loaded with 1 away for what it looks to be Barrett Carlo up to the plate.
And I don't think they have anybody in the pen. I don't think there's anybody for the pen.
Nope.
I don't know what other options they have here.
Yeah, the Wolfpack definitely have some figuring out to do here early in the year with the new team that they have. That's ball 1-1 to Barrett Carlo. Popped up into foul territory. And nobody's getting to that ball. 1-2.
He's ahead.
Count. Low and in the dirt. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now to Carlo. Again, bases loaded. Stingers with that tying run on at first base. And the go-ahead run in Barrett Carlo at the plate. A grand slam would give them the lead here. Ground ball down the third baseline past Chad Curtis. Cole Blevins scores easily. Houston Schmutz rounding third, heading home, and he will score. And Barrett Carlo and Jordan Rice advance to second and third. 2 runs score for the Stingers. The score is now 4-3, and the Wolfpack are now just holding on to a 1-run lead here in the third and final game of the series. Popped up into the air by Cole Blevins. Thomas Blehouse right under it and makes the grab for out number 2. 2 away now in the bottom of the second.
Looks like
up to the plate is Houston Schmutz.
Getting a dry bat, looks like.
I don't blame him. Tying run at third. The go-ahead at second.
Ooh.
Fouls that one back.
Went right after him right there with that pitch.
Yeah, he did.
Trying to get out of this inning. And another one up up in the zone, couldn't lay off it. Right in his eyes.
Again, Houston Schmutz not normally a left-handed hitter, but has a shoulder issue, so he's been hitting left-handed. 1 and 2, and the Stingers need him to pull through now. They want to complete this sweep. 2 and 2.
Looks like he's expanded the zone a little bit, a little more free swinging from Houston here. Oh, got him.
Swing
with the
and a
curveball.
miss, and Alex Harden gets out of the jam, but the Stingers get a couple of runs across.
We go to the 3rd inning here.
And the score is 4-3 as we go to the final inning here in the final game of the opening day series.
Did the Mariners lose? Whoops.
They did. What was the score, Alex? We lost. Damn it.
All right, here we go. Top of the 3rd, 4-3 Wolfpack.
Thomas Playhouse leads it off here in the top of the 3rd for the Wolfpack. Ball 1. Ground ball right back to Jordan Rice, and yeah, Thomas Playhouse normally not running down the line when he knows it's a for sure.
You know, it's too wet, too slippery, pull a groin.
I don't blame him.
I don't either.
He's got a career that he's got to worry about, so I don't blame him.
I'm thinking his coach wouldn't be too happy if he pulled a groin trying to run out a infield hit.
That's probably true. Strike 1 there to Chad Curtis. 1 and 1. Great job from the Stingers last inning. Bring it within 1 run in the final inning. And the Wolfpack desperately need to add on some runs here.
Just off the plate there. Nice pitch. Laid off it.
2 and 1.
Chad with a big cut there.
Doesn't normally chase.
Oh shit. Are you okay? Wow, look out, look out. That was
that foul ball hit a fan over there. That is tough. Swing and a miss, and Chad Curtis goes down there. Jordan Rice with a strikeout.
Might have to get some protective netting over there if people are not paying attention.
You might, yeah. Otherwise, you're gonna take a wiffle ball to the head. 2 away now in the top of the 3rd, and Jace Pratt to the plate for the Wolfpack. So that's inside for ball 1. Great hold from Jace there. Ball 2, 2-0. Outside for 3-0. And Jace in the driver's seat now with a 3-0 count.
Is it?
3-0 here to Jace Pratt as that's fouled back for strike 1. 3-1. Foul back again. Jordan Rice. He's not going to have a play. Full count now to Jace Pratt. Nobody on and 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Wolfpack holding on to a 4-3 lead as they try to avoid a sweep. Southern Stingers, again, they're leading 2-0 here in the series. That's fouled back.
Right back here.
This is an excellent at-bat here from Jace Pratt.
Ooh, big
great eye from him there, able to work a walk. A great at-bat from Jace Pratt. Gets on for the Wolfpack. The Wolfpack just trying to add on some insurance runs so that they can work to try to close it out in the bottom of the 3rd. Alex Harden up with the runner on at first. Ball 1. 1-1. Count now to Alex Harden. That's a nasty, nasty pitch.
He's trying to make a 2-run game right there. That hack.
I don't blame him. I don't blame him. Any insurance runs the Wolfpack can get, they will take. 1-2, the count to Alex Harden. Inside for ball 2. Full count. And that's high, and that's back-to-back. Great at-bats from the Wolfpack. They're able to work 2 walks. Jace Pratt and Alex Harden both reaching on walks. And up steps Thomas Blayhouse, who had a home run all the way back in the first inning, his first of the season, a solo home run. Wolfpack really need to extend this lead here. Only have a 1-run lead. 0-1.
Outside.
See if he can do it here again, Tom.
Got a hitter's count right here. All I can see is the field on the monitor here. We're thinking that the first game we tore up this field.
Yeah.
Before we even had a chance to let the grass grow in April and May. Oh well.
The field looks great though.
It looks
for being in April, it looks excellent.
Pretty good.
Looks
There's lots
excellent.
of the country that still have snow on the ground, so this is okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not lots, but some.
Exactly. Exactly. Rip down the third base side, and you know, Thomas Blayhouse in this third game definitely seeing the ball a lot better than he had been in the first couple of games. 2-2. It's a full count. Jordan Rice had walked the last 2 batters, and he'll walk a third. 3 walks in a row for the Wolfpack, and that walks the bases loaded. Chad Curtis is going to come to the plate.
Not a typical inning for Jordan. Usually he's pretty, pounds the strike zone, but just lost his release point or something right now. I don't know if it's the rain or the mud.
It's been the last few batters he's walked as Chad Curtis is swinging and missing at the first pitch. 1-1 now the count.
Ooh, upstairs, laid off that. Looks like we've lost quite a few balls. Down to about 3 balls in circulation here.
That's normally how it works too, is we start off with about 8 and then we get down to about 3 or 2 by the end of the third game. 2-1. And that hits him for ball 3. 3-1 here to Curtis, and that'll hit him for ball 4, and that's 4 walks in a row for Jordan Rice. That walks in a run, and the Wolfpack extend their lead. They now lead it 5-3 here in the top of the third. Jace Pratt coming to the plate with the bases juiced.
Right back here.
Fouls that one back. 0-1 the count. Outside.
You wonder if later in the season if they're going to have anybody else we can throw in the pen. I don't even know who else they got.
For the Stingers?
Yeah.
Well, they'll have Peter McNeil and Jordan Rice throughout the season, so they should be okay. But
I forgot about that. Who do they? Does everybody have a number 3, or is that a luxury?
That's a luxury. If you have a third pitcher on your team in the AWA, that is a luxury to have. 1-1.
Foul ball.
That's fouled. On the third base side.
Maybe you need to get a guy that can just come in and throw strikes, a third that can, just maybe, I don't know, stop the bleeding or whatever, the damage.
That's the issue.
1 and 2.
These hitters are so good in the AWA. You throw them a meatball and they'll hit it over the fence. Great hold there from Pratt. 2 and 2. Hits the zone and Pratt strikes out. Jordan Rice gets out of it. But a run does score for the Wolfpack. They're able to get 1 more run. They lead it 5-3 as we go to the bottom of the third. Stingers look to make it 3 consecutive games with walk-offs here in the opening days.
Check on an insurance one. We'll see if that's going to be enough. Alex has got to throw strikes, keep the base path's empty.
And that's going to be key for the Wolfpack here because we've seen it. Stingers get guys on, and they're able to score them.
You know, and you don't want to help the pitcher out like that. That ball's in the dirt.
Jordan Rice not too happy with himself right there, but see if he can come back here 1-1.
Touches the zone.
That's
just
a good pitch.
Just paints the corner there. That's tough.
Ground ball right past Chad Curtis over at third, and Jordan Rice will round first. Excellent job from Jordan Rice.
Nice
able to get on there. Southern Stingers get their leadoff guy on over at first for Barrett Carlo.
Tying run to the plate here. Just misses inside. Nice piece of hitting there, 1 and 2. Just sends that ball in the line shot right in the middle where there's nobody there.
Doing whatever he can to get on is a great job by Jordan Rice. And here's a great count for Barrett Carlo as he's ahead 3-0.
I mean, at this point, I think the pitcher's hands are getting cold. A little less dexterity with the fingers, the release point, the spin rate.
Exactly. When you're late in the game, your grip it starts to feel a little different than it would at the beginning of the game, and ball's not moving like it used to at the start. And so there you go, Barrett Carlo, a 4-pitch walk. He'll get on.
Winning run to the plate here.
Runners on first and second for Cole Blevins as he looks at ball 1.
All right.
This is a massive opportunity for the Stingers as the go-ahead run is to the plate. The winning run to the plate.
Yes.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Blevins as he steps out and takes time. Popped up into the air down the first base side, and Thomas Playhouse makes the catch. Jordan Rice heads up, base running from him, tags from second and goes to third. Runners at the corners with 1 away for Houston Schmutz as he looks to try to get one here for the Stingers to shorten this lead the Wolfpack have. 1-0, 2-0 now to Schmutz. That's high, 3 balls, no strikes. And that's low, a quick 4-pitch walk to Schmutz, and the bases are loaded with 1 out.
Tying run at second base.
Jordan Rice, tying run on at second and winning run at first.
Big spot here, 1 out, 5-3, Wolfpack.
Jordan Rice been nails all day for the Stingers. Had a little bit of a mishap in the last inning, walking 4. But other than that, he's been very good all day today. As he swings and misses at that pitch. Alex Harden is working quickly out there. I've 1-1? 1-1.
I'm not sure.
I have 1-1. Okay, 1 and 2 then. Sorry, my bad. 1 and 2 is the count to Jordan Rice. That's ripped over to Jace Pratt. He drops it. Steps on second. He will get Schmutz at second.
Had a sure double
play.
play.
Could have been a double play. The Stingers, instead, they'll score a run. It's 5-4.
Could be a costly error right there. Like a tailor-made double play. Catch the ball, step on the bag, 2 outs. Get a strikeout, you're out of here. But right now, there's all kinds of trouble.
That's a tough play, but the Wolfpack, regardless, able to get an out, which was good. It's 0-1 here to Barrett Carlo.
Ooh, another
he looks at strike 2. It's 0-2, and the Stingers not out of their final strike. Good hold from him there, 1 and 2.
Definitely do not need a pitch clock with Alex on the mound.
No, you don't. He is working quickly, and I know Alex. He's definitely probably getting a little hungry out there. I think he wants to go get some dinner. 2 and 2 to Barrett Carlo. Swing and a miss in the Wolfpack. They take game 3. 5-4 the final score. The Wolfpack avoid the sweep. but the Southern Stingers take the series. Southern Stingers take the series 2-1, but the Wolfpack take the final game 5-4. That's going to do it for us here at opening day 2023 for AWA Wiffle Ball. Southern Stingers winning game 1 2-1, game 2 1-0, and game 3 the Wolfpack win it 5-4. Thank you again to everybody who joined us here at AWA Field for opening day between the Western Wolfpack and the Southern Stingers. We will see everybody on Wednesday night for our second matchup of the season.
Good stuff.